my name is Laura Piccio, and I'm an associate professor at the University of Sydney. I'm a neurologist by training, but I've always been interested in doing research, and I've been working in the field of multiple sclerosis, and I've been lucky enough that my passion brought me around the world. I'm originally from Italy, where I completed my education, but then because I wanted to do research, I had the opportunity to move to the United States, where I spent almost 15 years there, and then I was able to relocate. And then next I relocated to Sydney, where now I work at the University of Sydney. And this, was definitely a great opportunity to see the world and to travel. So I feel that now I have different homes, 3 homes around the world. So as a medical student, I was always very interested in doing research. And then after graduation, it was just an opportunity that presented to me that, I was offered to start working in a laboratory where they were doing research on multiple sclerosis. And I took that opportunity right away. I didn't know much about it. I mean, I knew some, but of course, not much. But then after starting to work in this particular field and also just to also continue my clinical training, I really got very committed to it. And because I could see from a clinical side all the problems that the people with MS are facing every day, and then on the research side I was trying to address all the main questions. So I feel that over the years I got a deep knowledge of the disease, and I'm trying to address the most important question in this area of research. So I think we have, since I started to work in this particular research area, I've seen tremendous progress over the past 10-15 years. So we have seen an impressive increase in the number of medication that are available for people with multiple sclerosis, and this has really impacted the life of people with MS. So it definitely changed their life for many of them. And even if there are still aspects that we need to address, definitely this was a big change. So the introduction in the last 10-15 years of medication that are really effective in modifying at least the inflammatory component of this disease. So the project funded by MS Australia is trying to address a key problem in multiple sclerosis, which is how can we promote remyelination. So we are trying to identify pathways that can lead to enhanced remyelination. In particular, we are studying the role of a receptor which is named TREM2. TREM2 is a receptor, it's a molecule expressed by microglia, and microglia are cells in the central nervous system which function as the housekeeper of the central nervous system, meaning that they are keeping everything under control, and they get activated every time there is a disturbance in the environment or a tissue damage. We have shown in our previous research that TREM2 is a key molecule on microglia in mediating the activation, in particular after the activation of these cells, in particular after demyelination. And we have also shown that by activating TREM2, we can promote the clearance of myelin debris, which are formed when there is myelin destruction. And then also, after clearing the myelin debris, remyelination is enhanced. So with this particular project, we are trying to better characterize the mechanism in which TREM2 is involved in promoting remyelination. This particular research is important because because the finding ways to promote remyelination is an important unmet need now in multiple sclerosis. So we are trying to study the basic mechanisms that could promote remyelination with the goal to testing potential treatment in preclinical models with the goal then to translate, to move this into the clinic in people with this disease. Working in a lab is, I think it's very exciting in many ways. First of all, it's a process that kind of satisfy in a way your curiosity, because you ask yourself questions and then you try to formulate hypotheses to answer these questions, and then you test the hypothesis with just performing some experiments. So it's a very exciting and inspiring process. At the same time, I think this way, I've learned that, especially as a clinician, in this way we can really make a difference for the life of people living with the disease, in this particular case with multiple sclerosis. So I think it's done on one end exciting, on the other end it's going to be very useful clinically and for the life of people with MS. At the same time, there are challenges on a daily basis. So, we all know as researchers that it's very frustrating. Sometimes many of the experiments, they do not go as we planned, but actually, or they have negative results, but actually, or different results from what we were expecting. But actually, we also know that sometimes from negative results, or when we see not what we were expecting, actually this brings to important discoveries. So it's all part of the game. And it's all, I think, very important. I would like to add, first of all, to express my gratitude to MS Australia for funding our research program. And of course, I'm really thankful also for all the donors for supporting research, because we think it's really important to make a difference for people that live with multiple sclerosis. Thank you very much.